name is King. I was raised in the Jane Finch area, Toronto. Grew up with 2 parents and 2 other siblings. I was growing up there at a young age. As I was growing up, I used to see things happening around my area, but I didn't really look at it as, anything that really affect me. But I used to see shootings. I used to hear the shootings. You know what I'm saying? I used to hear a lot of things happening, but I wanted to be a basketball player. I had that dream. I wanted to be a basketball player. So every day I was playing basketball. I wanted to go to the NBA. Years down now, that dream just started falling apart because I wasn't really getting support for me to really want to go to the NBA or anything else. No one was really telling me I really could do it. So I was just looking at it like, whatever. It's not gonna really happen, you know what I mean? Then I started smoking weed, chilling out, stopped playing ball, stopped going to ball practice. You know what I'm saying? Just basically started going out that other direction. Started wearing bandanas, repping this color. You know what I'm saying? Defending my neighborhood. Anybody else coming through or beating them up or whatever. Started selling drugs because I had no money. And every time I walk on my door, crackhead would ask me for something I didn't know, and I just thought I could have made 20 bucks right there. I could have made 30 bucks right there. I didn't even know what it was. And I got introduced to that. I started making money. Started making money now. Started selling drugs, whatever. Just living that life. Then I got arrested for it. Got arrested. Came out, didn't really faze me. Still went back to the same thing. Didn't faze me. I was still out there. Still repping my color. Still defending my block. And one day, got in an altercation. This guy had a gun, and I got in a little scuffle with him. We're scuffling. Then somehow he had the gun. He originally had the gun. So when we're scuffling, I'm trying to hold the gun, pointing at his direction or whatever. He pulls it out of my grip and shoots me in the back with it. Shot me right through here. I came out. I got up, started running. Didn't even know I got shot till I felt blood dripping. I was like, oh, someone called the ambulance. But I was still there. It wasn't nothing really serious, Just got a broken bone in my back. And then again, that didn't really faze me. It just made me feel like, yo, you know what I mean? I was still it made me feel better, if anything. It didn't even faze me. After that, still doing the same thing, still living that life. Still rolling with guns or guns over there, there's guns over here, there's guns everywhere, there's shootings, you know what I mean? Shootings, ducking shots, or whatever. One day I'm walking around in my neighborhood, a guy gets killed. And I'm on the camera before it happens. So I'm walking around before it happens. And when the cops came, they're looking at the cameras, they see me there before it happened. They brought me in for an interview. And basically didn't tell them what they wanted to hear, so they assumed I was involved. They charged me with first-degree murder when I was 16. So I was in jail for about 16. 17, came out on house arrest. Stayed on house arrest till I was 19. Went to court, and somehow the charges got dropped due to their evidence wasn't really solid, so the charges got dropped. I just took things in differently, because just for me, being at a certain place put me in a certain predicament. When I started really thinking, I'm like, I could do better than this, That's when I joined the program. Now, basically looking at life differently, It's not always about chilling on the block, because chilling on the block, you might not do nothing, but somebody else might do something. You could get in trouble for that. Your brother might shoot someone just because that's your friend. So you could get shot for that. You could get killed for that. And that's what's happening on where I'm from. Just for walking on the block, you could get shot because you look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? The environment you're in is not good. So I just distance myself from that as much as possible, but I'll still go there and, 1, 2 times. But now I just joined the program, trying to go a different route. You know what I mean? That's it.
My name is Marcel, and I'm from downtown Toronto. I was born and raised in an area called Regent Park. It was the first neighborhood in Canada. So right now it's going through a big revitalization, $1 billion. and they're tearing down the whole neighborhood because of all the crime and everything that's gone through it, and the murders and all that stuff. So yeah, basically my whole my whole youth is getting torn apart, right? But as we speak, I'm still living there. I started out going to school, listening to my mother, doing good things, you know? I was a good kid, right? Started chilling with my friends outside. I just started getting into trouble, selling drugs, getting into fights, skipping school. And then at the age of 13, I started going to jail, in and out of jail from the age of 13 all the way to the age of 18. And right now I'm 20 as we speak. So that was just 2 years ago. Growing up in Regent Park, and where I'm from, downtown Toronto, I've seen so many of my friends die, one of them being my closest friends. And just from the last couple of months, from October to December, I lost 4 close friends from gun violence. What made me join BTC was 2.5 years ago, I was sitting in my neighborhood with my friends, broke, no money in my pocket. And one of my friends said, yeah, they have a robbery, you know what I'm saying, that I could do. So I picked up a gun, and one of my friends picked up a gun, and the next friend picked up a gun. We went and we robbed these 2 guys from Ottawa for a big count of marijuana. I got away with the robbery, all that stuff. 3 days later, my house got raided, and the police came and took me away from my family, right? They kicked in my door while I was sleeping, disrespected me in front of my mother, you know what I'm saying? Made me feel bad. It made me feel like I was worthless, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even living life. While that was happening, I had no friends there for me while I was in jail or nothing, you know what I'm saying? None of them showed love to me, nothing. It was only my family that was there for me. And after my house got raided, I got a phone. When I called my mom, she told me that she was down, well, she got cancer, right? And that there just changed my life, seeing that she was a single mother. I had never met my father once in my life. I just know my mother, and she had me when she was 18 years old. I just started to realize that the life I was leading wasn't going to lead me anywhere but to a casket or back into jail. And so I decided when I got out, I was on 2 years house arrest and 18 months 8 o'clock curfew. I could have been like my friends and broken those laws every day and gone outside, but I decided to stay inside the house and help my mother and just care for her, my little brother and my little sister and one older sister. I started to help out and I started to make a change, and the changes started to show, but they weren't there just yet. So just this summer that passed, I went to trial, and the judge told me either I could go to jail, go to school, or go to work. And school wasn't my thing, because I've tried school in the past and it just didn't work for me. So my PO, my probation officer, he pointed me to a program called Breaking the Cycle. And I didn't really know what it was at first, but then I got to know about it. And then I started to realize it was a gang exit program. And being from where I'm from, not once in my life have I ever been in another room with someone from a different neighborhood without having to run from an enemy or dodge a bullet or, you know, any of that. So when I first realized that and I stepped into the room for the first time in my life, I was in a room with about 20 guys from different neighborhoods. And then I started to see, you know, I'm not the only one that wants to make a change. There's guys from all over the city that want to make a change. And then I started helping youth. I started helping people like me who've gone through the struggles that I've gone through. And then I just started thinking about all my dead friends and where they are. They're not here with me right now. And then I started to tell myself, you know what? Now's the time to make a change. I have to break the cycle. I have to break out of that cycle, break out from my neighborhood and better myself to make a change in the world. And basically, you know what I'm saying? You have to be the change you want to see in the world, because no one's going to change it for you. So you got to take those steps yourself. And then, yeah, so right now as we speak, I'm here. Like, I've never ever got to travel on a plane in my life. It's my first time ever leaving Ontario, because I've been on charges and all that, and I couldn't leave anything. I couldn't leave the country. And this is just an opportunity. BTC opened my life for me, opened my eyes. It made me see that I don't just have to sit around in my neighborhood. It's something procrastinate with my life. And basically, that's where it led me right now. Right now, I'm just trying to still make a change as we speak. But yeah, that's where I came from, and this is where I'm going.